Hello everyone. For those who haven't met me yet, my name is Janelle Keller and I am the Executive Director of Foundation for His Ministry. And I wanted to make a quick video because we have had some big changes at our Baja Mission. So I wanted to keep you in the loop as people who love the ministry and have supported us, and also ask you to be praying for us, that God would continue to give us wisdom. So the first change that I wanted to tell you about is concerning our Bible Institute. And so for the last couple of years, our board of directors has been really praying and seeking God about the direction that He would have us go with that ministry. We've seen a decrease in enrollment and in graduates, and we've also seen new opportunities open up in the San Quintin Valley and also online for people to be trained. There's a new seminary that's accredited that opened up in San Quintin that's a great option for people. And at the same time, we've also seen God really move in our ministry to the mountains of Oaxaca. That's one area that is very important in our vision, that we'd really like to reach the mountains of Oaxaca for Jesus, for the gospel. So we've been doing annual pastors conferences, and we've realized a lot of these pastors that come need training. They need support and ongoing education. And so our director of mountain outreach, Yadira, and her husband Esteban, they've been praying and thinking about how we could do more to help these pastors. They've talked about ongoing education, that we could certify with a seminary in Oaxaca, just different dreams and options. So we've really felt like that's where we want to focus our energy and our time, our money. Those are all factors in making this decision. And so we have decided that in a couple weeks, we will celebrate the last graduation of the Bible Institute in Baja, and we will celebrate all that God has done in the last 35 years that school has been there. And it is amazing, the stories of what God has done and what graduates from that Bible Institute are doing to serve the kingdom and spread the gospel. And so we will celebrate that, and then we will continue to dream and plan for how God would have us refocus those energies and that money into the mountains of Oaxaca. If it's another Bible Institute, or if it's some kind of ongoing education that could be more mobile, could go to where the pastors are, if we increase the amount of conferences, these are all ideas that we've tossed around. And so we're just really seeking God for what He would have us do. And the other change is concerning the daycare. So it is interesting because some of our staff and leaders were walking around the Bible Institute buildings and talking about what we will do with that space, kind of seeking God about that as well. And Cheryl, who's the director of the Baja Mission, said, this could be a great daycare. And we said, well, we already have a daycare in San Quintin, so that is not going to be an option. So 5 years ago, the government had approached us about taking over a building that they had built to run as a daycare, to be a source for working parents who can't afford to leave their children somewhere else, so that they're not home alone, that they can be with us learning about Jesus, taking the gospel to their families. And so we said yes to that challenge. We felt like that was something from God. It's been amazing to see what God has done in that ministry. And we've learned that we really do daycare well, and we take care of kids well, and that's something we want to continue doing. And so some of our staff went to a meeting to renew the contract with the government, and they gave us the shocking news that they were not renewing their contract. And so on Friday was the last day of us running the daycare in San Quintin, but it's not the end of daycare for us. Again, I would ask you to pray with us about wisdom for the future, because we plan to open a daycare at the mission base. We're really leaning towards opening something in the Bible Institute facilities, and just seeking God about if He would have us reach out to one specific neighborhood, if we would make it open and available to everyone around. We just want to follow Him and do His will. And when we receive news like this, it's surprising, and it was pretty sad for a couple days trying to figure out, oh God, what are you doing? Because it really has been such an effective ministry, but we trust that God is in control, and that it could be even more effective and powerful there at the mission base. It will give our visitors a chance to be more involved with the daycare and for staff to be more involved, to know the kids that are part of that program more intimately. So those are the changes. Wanted to keep you in the loop about, and like I've said, please join us in prayer that God would continue to be at work, would continue to speak to us, reveal his will, and we just want to bring him glory in everything that we do. So thank you for your support and your interest and for taking the time to watch this.